Hi there, this is Jenny with Jenny's Garden, and I am going to be playing with some pigment elements today. Pixie paints, Nuvo, Shimmer Powder, that type of thing. The powders that we can play with and have fun. I'm going to be using some of this Ranger Texture Paste Transparent Gloss. And then I've got a quick tip for those who don't have time to go buy this or go looking for it. So what we're going to be doing is I finished this really pretty sunflower. It's a layered stencil sunflower from Sheena Douglas at Crafter's Companion. And I posted it on Facebook yesterday, and one of my followers asked if I would do a video to show how I did these steps creating this. So this is the video for it. What I did was the stencils that you get are in layers. So there's a shadow layer, then there's a definition layer, and then there's a highlight layer. So on the shadow layer, I use just pixie paint and water. That's Sun Yellow Pixie Paint. The second layer, the medium layer, I did with a pink color. And actually so you can see the butterflies is pink color. So it's the same color as the lighter orange that you see, but the pixie paint from the yellow soaked up into the orange, and it made it orange. I mean, it soaked up into the pink and made it orange. Huh. So yeah, primary colors mixing together, making pretty stuff. Yay. The seeds are a glitter kiss for the first layer, which is the second stencil. And then I didn't like it that much, so I just used the Peacock Green Pixie Paint with transparent gloss mixed together to make the third layer seeds and the butterfly wings and stuff. So let's see how we did this. The first thing is, this is the little box they come in, or package, that comes with 3 stencils and mask. So I think I still have the mask in here because I don't want to lose them. So if you're going to, after you've created it, if you want to like make a halo around it or something so that you have a nice, this is what a mask does. It masks the work that you did so that when you go to color the background, it takes up and it covers it for you and protects it. So those are the masks. The stencil kit itself has the shadow layer, and they number them to make it easy for us. Yay! Go Crafter's Companion and Sheena Douglas. So this is number 1. I'm going to go ahead and do one on here. And then number 2 is your leaf layer. Can you see the leaves? And the butterfly. It's kind of like the base of the plant itself, because this is a shadow. And then this is your highlighting layer with all your little highlighting. So your little butterfly has pretty veins and antennas and stuff. All right, very good. So we're going to put those right here for right now. Oh, I do have the new Harmony inks. If I have time, I'm going to do a video after this using the same set, or I've got a rose set that I want to try it with. And but today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using the texture paste, Sun Yellow Pixie Powder, and then I've got some Nuvo powder that I'm going to try with the red and see what happens with the red there with Nuvo. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? I said in my post on Facebook that I used a silicone brush, and I got that silicone brush just yesterday in the mail, and I was working away with it, and this morning when I went to look for it for the video, I cannot find that silicone brush anywhere. It is gone, I swear. It has been swallowed by the craft catastrophe in my home. So I have no idea. I finally found the baby wipes I was using to clean stuff with, and I can't find that silicone brush. The silicone brush, it looks just like one of these brushes, and the reason I wanted to show this, except instead of a sponge, it has silicone. So this part right here, it looks exactly like this, but it's silicone, so that you can push your pigment or your paste around very easily, and then you just wipe it off with a baby wipe. Very easy to clean. I'm just going to be using a paintbrush for the bottom layer, and then I've got my handy dandy little plastic utensils that I buy in the cheap little plastic pack over in the art supply. These work great. I use them all the time. So let's see. Oh, I wanted to tell you too, let's say that you don't have any texture paste. In the old days, my dear, when we used to do spackling and everything and stenciling, we didn't have this fancy schmancy texture paste. We had spackling paste. So yes, go out to the garage and see if you've got any of this. You can actually mix it up. And here's a sample of one that I mixed earlier today. And you can see I started putting the yellow in there. And I spread it so I wanted to have some pops in it like that. And so the difference between this paste and texture paste, this is a transparent gloss paste, so it's going to dry clear. Where this is a white paste and it will dry white unless you put the colors in it. So we used to not have this wonderful stuff that Tim Holtz and Ranger and those chemists came out with. We had our good old spackling paste, but it still works like a charm. So I am going to put that over here. I've went ahead and I mocked up some bottom ones because they have to dry a little before you go to the next layer. So those are for drying. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this one first. I've already taped down, if you notice, I've got my washi tape and the tape dispenser. I've already taped down my stencil. And what I like to do is if I'm doing a lot of them, like I sat down and did several of these, I make this top one a hinge. So then when I'm done, I can just lift it, put the next piece of paper in and tape it down again. It's sitting on a Sizzix sticky grid double-sided sticky paper. It sticks well to your working surface. Then your paper underneath your stencil will stick to it and it won't slide. So if you ever had it where you are working on stencil, you're almost done and then it slides and you want to curse the heavens because that was not what you wanted. And also you have to be careful of areas that are kind of raised like this, because if you're not careful, then it will bleed under it. So I think I've got, like, if you look here and here, these are two of my bleeding areas. So if you look at this one, see how that middle one bled in there? So just be aware of that. Okay, bleeding is when there's too much moisture and the the water starts bleeding outside of the design. And you guys know what that is. So I'm just going to quickly spray this with good old water. And then I am going to sprinkle some pixie powder on it. I don't mind having other colors on my stencils because those will blend nicely as I go into it. If you don't like that, see if you notice my green is already getting in there from the last time. I like that. I like that look. Some people don't. They want it nice and clean. Then what you need to do is make sure you scrub your stencil well. So then we just kind of paint this. Let's add a little more water. It's not too difficult. I'm going to pull up my stool here. And so you try to always, when you're working with a stencil, work in the same direction on the area that you're working with, because you don't want to get that plastic stencil bleeding stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, then we're going to just said to go in one direction. I switched directions. I know y'all saw that. But I was in the middle. Okay. So I'm going to paint around the sides and get them nice and defined. I'll pull my extra pigments over. Then get that center. Do a little swirl in the center, even though you might not really see it. It will actually give it some definition as we go along. Let's go back up here. Check these guys. This looks good. Okay, so that's how easy that is. It's not, if I can do it, anyone can do it, because I am not an artist. I say I try to be an artist because I like painting, I like coloring. It's hard to explain. I cannot draw pictures. My sister is like one of those people that can just draw about anything. So is my best friend Renee. But I can't do that. I have to have some kind of guide. So here is the first one. See how pretty and shiny it is? Okay, so we let that dry for a few minutes. And through the magic of video, we've got one made right here. Just like a cooking show. Okay, so I'm going to remove this one. And I'm going to take stencil number 2 that I diligently hid. Okay, and then I am going to just simply, I did cut my paper 6x6 for this. Normally, I might not even do that. When I did the first couple ones, I did not. But if you notice, I'm lining it up. So like the bottom of the paper, it should be pretty good. Okay, so we line up layer number 2. And this is where the fun starts, if we can get it taped. I'm going to go with the leaves as a guide because there is a gap over here. So we'll use the leaves. Make sure we don't cover that up. Real scientific, right? Okay. So then we'll tape this down. We'll tape this down. Looks like my sticky paper doesn't like getting that wet. Sometimes I'll mix it over to the side. I don't like that piece. Okay, so now the fun part, we're going to mix the paste. This is my favorite part because you never know what you're going to get and how much you're going to get and all that good stuff. So first of all, let's do the red. Oh, let's do the center. We'll get the center done. So we'll have one of our knives for dipping. They say you shouldn't put your hands into the gunk. Okay, I won't put my fingers in the gunk. Hey, there's a pretty M from Merry Christmas. Oh, okay, very good. All right, so we're going to do the middle first. I'm going to try this shimmer powder. It's from Nuvo. It's called Falling Leaves. So, oh, ooh, that's a lot. Yeah, so we're going to mix it. We can put this away. Go over there. Oh, it came out good. Okay, I like that color. Pretty, 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 pretty. So I guess we're doing the leaves first because I picked green out. Okay, so now this is where you definitely want to make sure you're doing the one direction. And I always hold my tool at like a 45-degree angle. And what's cool about this is because your texture paste is transparent, the pigment kind of floats in it. So it gives it more of a dimensional effect than if you just use the white. If you use the white, it's going to mix up just like you would think of Play-Doh or something. I don't know what that is. Is that? Well, it's green today. Okay. I don't worry too much about making a mistake. You can always fix it later, put an embellishment on top of it. Okay, so then I'm going to do the center with this too. I think I left my baby wipes in the other room. Of course I did. I found them. Why would I bring them in here? That's just craziness. Okay, I don't have a huge house, believe me. Right now it's just craft everywhere. So I think I'm going to wait to do the butterfly. Now because I've finished with this particular color, what I like to do is have extra pieces from where I cut stuff up. And then I take these little stencils, like these. Aren't these cute? Look, feeling crabby. So then we can do a quick green crab. My friend Justin loves green. This would be a perfect little card to send over to him. You're feeling crabby? Let's go eat some seafood. Okay. And I don't want to take too much time on this because this will start drying over here and then my paper sticks. So if I pull this real quick, he's feeling crabby. Isn't he cute? Ah! Oh my gosh, cuteness alert. Okay, so shoot, I have got to find a place to put my used stuff. Give me a piece of paper. Ah, look, got an old watercolor pad right here. So I'll stick that in there and then I'll wash it. Usually I like to have a tub of water, like on a little plastic Tupperware tub, and then you can just throw it in the water real quick. Okay, and we got more of this. We're going to do a dark one, a dark leaf, so I think I'll keep this and do it for the dark leaf. Gosh. And this is where that silicone brush came in really well too. It pushed it aside. I was just in another room when I was doing it. Okay, so let's do a yellow or a red. We're going to try this red with this yellow and see how that reacts. So I need this. We're going to scoop her out again. And we'll mix some red in it. Yeah, I'm going to try this red. That's better. I didn't waste as much pigment in that one. Okay. That other one, it just came out whoosh. Whoosha, whoosha, whoosha. Okay. Mix, mix, mix. So pigment powder is usually pigment, and they don't always come in the color that they should be. So sometimes green will come out like a gold color. And then they mix it with mica and other shiny materials, mylar or whatever, and packages the powder. It's great for traveling. I use it a lot in traveling because I don't have to worry about TSA pulling me over for having liquid because it's all powder. Of course, the texture paste has to go into the check-in luggage because they don't like that much paste stuff. Okay. So this color is called Catherine Wheel. I do not know who Catherine Wheel is, if she's a place or if she's a person or was a person. Please put it in comments if you know. I've not had the urge to look them up online to see what a Catherine or who or what or where a Catherine Wheel is, but they're probably like, oh, that's the founder of Tonic Studios. Don't you know that? I'm sorry. Okay, so we got all that nice and scraped. Oh, okay, do a little butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly. Now in their picture, once they were just using ink, so it's a little faster, but they put butterflies around, which was really cute. I think it would be cute if you did a 3D butterfly, like die cut it and then pull it out. Okay, so this is gross. I'm going to get rid of gross stuff. So you want to be careful when you lift. And is that pretty? Pretty cool. Okay. I am not used to working in this area like this, so I have nothing for do my clean stuff. This is the new video area that I'm going to be making videos from, and I'm still getting used to it. Okay, so that's what this looks like. Now the red will dry darker, so don't get discouraged if you see something you don't exactly like, because it will dry darker. I kind of like how the green got into some of the petals because nature is not perfect. Oh, so that's just kind of like cool stuff. Then, let's see, that's got to dry. Oh, I forgot to do one that was already dry that was like this, so that you could see that me put on a third layer. Oh, boogers. So, anyway, what you will do is after this dries, then you'll put this layer on and you'll do your next one. It's that simple. It's a very, very simple concept. So now that we've got these extra, I picked out these flamingos because I knew I'd be using that red. And, oh, sorry, I bumped you. Little piece of paper. I love little rows of flamingos. I don't know why. They're just so happy looking. It's form and function and beauty. So I don't know if these guys are going to turn out red or pink. Whatever Catherine Wheel is. So they're turning out Catherine Wheel flamingos right now. Let's see. That's probably something I should have known from my childhood. And people are going, what is wrong with that woman? Okay. So... aren't they cute? Hello, flamingos. So now you got flamingos. Happy, 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 happy. Okay. So that's about it. It's not that difficult to do these. The most important thing is patience when you're using something like the mixed medium I'm using, which means patience and let it dry. I cannot tell you how many things I've screwed up because I didn't let them dry all the way. You can shoot it with a heat gun. I've got one right over in the corner of my desk right here. It just makes too much noise for the video for me. But you could do that to help speed the drying process. Usually what I do is I do a bunch of them all at once like this while I've got all the materials out. And then I turn around and let them dry for a day. And then tomorrow I'll come back and do something else with them. And if you notice, this paste will go a really long way if you treat it nicely. You don't want any pigment left behind. You know, these would be really cute for bridge tallies or something. Wouldn't that be cute? Maybe I'll make my mom a set of bridge tallies. Betty Harville, if you're listening to me, I might make you some bridge tallies, but you've got to show me that you're watching my videos. Which she's not. Okay. So there's that one. I'm going to keep cleaning up more of this. Thank you for coming to Jenny's Garden today. I appreciate your time. I do not sell any of this product, but I am an affiliate. So you can find the affiliate links for some of the products below. Most of them you can get at your regular craft store. Some of them are, you have to like go to a website like Tonic Studios for some of these. And of course there's Joggles. Joggles sells these. You're not going to get some of this stuff in the big craft store. You will find these at Michael's, Joann's. I don't think Tuesday Morning sells it, but we buy that a lot. I just bought a new one. Hobby Lobby, that was the other one, yeah. So the big stores will probably have it, AC Moore, but the smaller tonics things you're probably going to have to order online. We used to have a really nice independent craft store in Louisville here, and it's gone. So if anyone wants to bring us a craft store, we would love it if we had another independent. I don't want to use the good ones. Okay, there's a little one. So thank you very much. My webpage is jeboylston.com. It's still under construction. Yes, I got tired of Shopify because I'm just not a seller. I just like to make stuff, and if you want it, okay, you can have it. Yes, I will sell it. Let me make sure I clarify that. But mostly I just enjoy sharing tips and tricks like this. All right, thank you very much and have a great day. Bye-bye.